Good evening, my lovelies. Thank you for being here tonight. If you are new to the channel, we are reading through scripture, verse by verse and chapter by chapter. And last week, we left off at the end of Exodus 1, so this week we will continue our journey through Exodus chapter 2. And as always, before we get started, I'd like you to quiet your mind, relax your body, and feel serene, tranquil. Know that everything will be okay. Whatever happened this week, it's over. And right now, it's just you and me, reading scripture together. It is something that I look forward to every week, every day, to be able to read through scripture with you. It brings me, and I hope it brings you, a sense of eternal peace. I like to think about paradise. What do you think about when you think of paradise? What do you imagine heaven like? Beautiful, peaceful, love, endless love, unconditional love. on your time right now. We can take as long as we need. There's no hurry. There's no rush. It's all just a peaceful moment in time. Breathe. Are you ready to get started on our readings tonight? With Exodus chapter 2. Okay. Exodus chapter 2. The birth of Moses. Now a man from the house of Levi went and married a daughter of Levi, and the woman conceived and gave birth to a son. And when she saw that he was beautiful, she hid him for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got him a papyrus basket and covered it with tar and pitch. Then she put the child in it and set it among the reeds of the bank of the Nile. And his sisters stood at a distance to find out what would happen to him. Now the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the Nile with her female attendants, walking alongside the Nile. And she saw the basket among the reeds, and sent her slave woman, and she brought it to her. When she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the boy was crying. And she had pity on him and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call a woman for you who is nursing from the Hebrew women, so that she may nurse the child for you?" Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go ahead." So the girl went and called the child's mother. Then Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages." So the woman took the child and nursed him. And the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son, and she named him Moses, and said, "Because I drew him out of the water." Now it came about in those days, when Moses had grown up, that he went out to his fellow Hebrews and looked at their hard labors, and he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his fellow Hebrews. So he looked this way and that, and when he saw that there was no one around, he struck and killed the Egyptian and hid his body in the sand. Now he went out the next day, and behold, 2 Hebrews were fighting with each other. And he said to the offender, "Why are you striking your companion?" But he said, "Who made you a ruler and a judge over us? Do you intend to kill me as you killed the Egyptian?" Then Moses was afraid and said, "Surely the matter has become known." Moses escapes to Midian. When Pharaoh heard about this matter, he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from the presence of Pharaoh and settled in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came to draw water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Then the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. When they came to their father Reuel, he said, "Why have you come back so soon today?" They said, "An Egyptian saved us from the shepherds. And what is more, he even drew water for us and watered the flock." So he said to his daughters, "Where is he then? Why is it that you have left the man behind? Invite him to have something to eat." And Moses was willing to live with the man, and he gave his daughter Zipporah to Moses. Then she gave birth to a son, and he named him Gershom, for he said, "I have been a stranger in a foreign land." Now it came about in the course of those many days that the king of Egypt died, and the sons of Israel groaned because of the bondage, and they cried out, and their cry for help because of their bondage ascended to God. So God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And God saw the sons of Israel, and God took notice of them. So that concludes Exodus chapter 2. Next week, of course, we'll read through Exodus 3. Please let me know if you have any prayer requests or praises you'd like to share this week. I will always keep you in my prayers and rejoice in your praises with you. Thank you so much for being a part of this family. I hope you have a wonderful night's rest and sweet dreams.